2NURFM News for our sponsor, Tile Warehouse Warners Bay. Open 7 days for your convenience.
It's 2 o'clock. Good afternoon. I'm Jacinta with 2NURFM Hunter News. 2 men are set to face Toronto local court this afternoon, with a third still on the run following an attempted armed hold-up in Cardiff overnight. It's alleged 2 men armed with a sledgehammer and a knife entered the Iron Horse Inn on Main Road at about 20 to 12 and threatened a worker, but were unable to get cash from the safe and fled when police arrived. Joanne Elliott from police headquarters says charges have been laid on the 2 suspects.
2 of those men, they're aged 18 and 19, were arrested a short time later by police from Lake Macquarie Local Area Command. They were taken to Toronto Police Station. They've been charged now with assault with intent to rob while armed with an offensive weapon.
A West Wallsend man found guilty of drink driving 5 times over the legal limit is at risk of violating his good behaviour bond after refusing to attend rehab meetings. Brendan Walker pleaded guilty after giving a blood alcohol reading of 0.27 and admitted to drinking at a friend's house for 6 hours. Walker was disqualified from driving for 8 months and he wants to continue attending a course, just not at a rehab centre. A fresh turn of events appears to be adding fire to the Great Newcastle Light Rail debate, with claims of a transport logjam under attack from both sides. Promotional flyers endorsing next week's Newcastle Institute Forum, The Railway Stalemate Is There Another Way, have been rubbished for insinuating members of Labor and the state government fueled the impasse by failing to outwardly oppose party policy. However, supporters insist preliminary work is already underway, with a number of major contracts and almost $500 million in funding allocated to the project. Speakers addressing the forum include University of Newcastle Professor Jim Joes, architect Ed Duke, and economists Howard Dick and Alan Squires. A damage assessment of the flood-ravaged Hunter could determine whether local farmers receive additional government financial assistance. Hunter Local Land Service is extending farmers' payment deadlines in light of widespread crop damage and livestock loss during the recent storms. General Manager Brett Miners says he hopes this will help farmers get back on their feet.
One of the things we're very conscious of is the financial hardship for landholders at this time. Because of the impacts on farmers, we are offering landholders affected by recent flooding to defer their payments for 3 months, and also offering them payment plans to spread the financial costs over time. And we really want to do our part to help landholders.
Curry Landcare says there's a chance the Hebburn Colliery Dam at Weston could spill in the wake of recent storms. The 19 megalitre dam structure is showing signs of deterioration, and President Cole Mabry has approached Cessnock Council with his concerns. Mr Mabry says Council is not giving the issue adequate attention.
They've been most obtuse. As far as I'm concerned, they have been very obstructive, untruthful, and they have been putting out flood studies since 1992, hoping that it will go away.
Hunter Railway lines will be back on track ahead of schedule as Railcorp workers finish up repairs on the North Coast section. Lines between Talara and Taree look set to be open from 10 a.m. on Saturday, re-establishing the East Coast freight, coal and passenger rail link. Tracks have been out for 2 weeks now due to the recent superstorm. In finance, the All Ords is down 85.3 points at 57.30 and $1 Australian dollar is buying 79.70 US cents.
Sport for our sponsor, newcastlecheapestcars.com.au.
Newcastle Knights captain Kurt Gidley insists the premiership is still in his sights despite plans to part ways with the club at the end of the season. The 32-year-old's confirmed he'll spend his final year on the field in England, teaming up with Super League giants the Warrington Wolves. He says there'll be mixed emotions.
Very excited, sad when I come to the realisation that this will be my last year at the Newcastle Knights, but I just really want to make the most of all the little things that probably take it for granted.
Meanwhile, Knights CEO Matt Gidley has joined in the praises of his brother's NRL career, including 12 Origins, 12 Test caps and 15 years in the red and blue. He says it's a reflection of Kurt's efforts.
He said, I want to hand the baton over to these guys, so whatever you do everything in your power to hold on to these guys. And we've been fortunate enough to do that at this stage, so I guess that was an indication of the type of person he is.
An injured Knights star Bo Scott is preparing to return to the fold as the boys take the fight to Manly in round 9 this Sunday. That's Sport, I'm Reece Wicks.
2NURFM news time is 2:05.